Hi guys, welcome back to Susie Q live today. I just wanted to talk about memorabilia. Now, as I was saying before about the record shops, and I was going to show some memorabilia, and when I watched the video back I thought I've never flipping shown any memorabilia, so that's just what I'm like. I start droning on and forget what I'm talking about because my videos aren't organised really at all. I just go with the flow. So yeah, so I thought I'd better show you my memorabilia. You know, and I did say like record shops don't exist, and obviously they do actually, you know, especially in the cities if you Google it, especially, you know, I just did, and there's loads in Birmingham, you know, and I would, you know, like the kids today, if they want to buy the latest album, they wouldn't go to a record shop, they just go and buy a CD from the supermarket, you know, or download it, and it's just not the same. There's no culture now with this music of, you know, the excitement of actually going to buy a record. You know, the same what we would have had, and even if you had, you know, didn't want to actually buy a record, you'd still go to the record shops and look at all the bootlegs and all the imports, and just to look at all the pictures on the front, and then you just start talking to people in the record shops, and it was a kind of lifestyle. It was part of my lifestyle when I was a punk, and you know, I wanted to carry on with that little story. You know, as I said, we had all the like second-hand record shops like Second City Sound and Revolver, and I can't really remember what they were called, and there's mainly in back streets, you know, if you had to be on the scene to sort of know where they were really, and there's this little shop, and you used to have to go upstairs, and that's where all the Ramones and all the punk records were, you know, and we used to have record beds, and you know, you used to pay like somewhat cheap to go in, and then you could look at all the records, and you could take your own, and you could sell them, and you know, swap them and all this sort of stuff, you know. And obviously in them days it was a recession, we didn't have any money, and we used to buy records one week and then we'd go back the next week and we'd trade them in, or we'd get money so we could go to the pub and buy a pint of cider. You know, that was what we did, and that was our life. And you know, I'm really regretting that, because I had some really good original Ramones records that are gone forever because I sold them all. And you know, that's it. I mean, I know you could look them up on eBay, but I don't know, it's just not the same. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, is the records, and show you a few of the records from the day. And just get on with it, shall I? So, oh yeah, and also obviously you can still buy records, because obviously my brother is a DJ, and you know, he's all into hardcore and the rave, and you know, this was the new craze of the 1990s, and you know, I love all that as well. I have moved with the times, I'm not stuck in the time warp, but I do think that records one day are going to just be stuck in a museum, like in 100 years time, and we'll be like the dinosaurs. You know, and the kids from the schools are going to be going, oh, what's this? You know, it's all it is really, it's just a piece of plastic, you know, with a hole in the middle, and you know, but there's just something about records. Right then, so this is a Ramones record, and I've got loads. John Lennon. I've even got some ABBA. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like these in particular, I bought from charity shops, those ones, and you know, that's where records are ending up now, in charity shops, and you can buy them really cheap, and people in the know just do go looking around, and you can find some good bargains, and you know, they do buy something for like 50p, and they can sell it on eBay for like 20, I don't know, whatever they're worth, 50 quid some of them. If you look in Record Collector, you can find out how much records are actually worth, you know. And as I said, I've got all the old school stuff, and I just want to quickly show some Blondie. Obviously, got to have some Blondie, and it's going to take me forever to show. It would take me forever to show you them all with that many. So I'm just going to quickly go through a few that I did actually buy from. I think some were from eBay and some were from the old record fairs that we used to go to. And this is from eBay, and this is Blondie. We used to have a 7-inch and 12-inch. And so you had like different versions, and that is the me. That's the Blondie, and we've got Sunday Girl and Heart of Glass. You know, I used to love to look in the middle to see if you've got any pictures on the sleeves. It's a bit disappointing when you never got no pictures and photos, and sometimes you might actually get a poster if you were lucky. And this one has got a little picture of Debbie Harry on the actual bit in the middle. So you know, that's the sort of thing that I just love to look out for. You know, and I've got, this is the first one I think I've ever bought from the record player, Blondie, and that's Ripper to Shreds Ex Offender, and that's not my favourite one, and I remember it was something like £2, and it was originally, when it first came out, 75p. Now that's how cheap the records were in those days, in the 1970s. And also got Blondie Parallel Lines, which is by far the most popular album of Blondie's, which now is obviously reduced to this CD. And I also collect the CDs, because I'm a collectomaniac, and one day I'll show you all the Blondie memorabilia. So what else have we got on? Obviously the Plastic Letters, that was one of my favourite Blondie albums, one of the first records I ever bought from Woolworths, and it's still actually got the Woolworths sticker inside. And here I have two Blondie. That's the first ever Blondie album, which do look the same, but they're not the same at all. They're on different labels. And this is the UK record label, Blondie Chrysalis. Obviously, you know the Blondie story. Blondie changed record companies, and they started off on a record label called Private Stock. Private Stock, because there was this like a switch over while these was big Blondie at the time. There wasn't that many private stocks, so the private stock are more rarer obviously than this, because these are like in millions now, and to get a private stock is really, really, really difficult. And this is the private stock, so I'm not really proud of that, which I think I had imported from somewhere like Canada. So, you know, you can get hold of them if you really want to, and that's just what I want to talk about, is the importance of records. So I've got all these, and obviously all the T.REX, Futuristic Dragon, Zinc Alloy, and the Hidden Riders of Tomorrow, Mark Bolan and T.REX, Crown of Jewels, Dandy in the Underworld, and that was Mark Bolan's last ever album. And I've just got loads, you know, so many different ones. Story of Pop and T.REX, and that one, which is called Tanks, and there's just so many albums. I can't show you them all, it'll take me forever, but that's just what I wanted to talk to you about today, all the memorabilia. And you know, obviously there's all the books. That's the Legendary Years of Mark Bolan, and that's written by the people who ran his, or still do run his fan club. And there's the memorabilia, as I said, about all those little tributes that people, and all, actually that's got all the music. So quite a few of his songs in the back. That's really good, it's no good to me though. And also the Electric Warrior, that's the Mark Bolan story. And now there's loads of other books like that, but those are the only ones that I have. So that's that. And also I've collected loads of Blondie stuff, and that's just Blondie magazine, and I'll have to do a separate video one day of Blondie. And I'm sure, I don't know. Yeah, and as I said, I was going to talk about the connection between the two Marks, Mark Almond and Mark Bolan, and the Gloria Jones story. So that will be on a separate video. Yeah, so it's just so much to talk about. You know, could talk about the record shops forever really, and what they mean to all us old fogies. Yeah, and I do really miss the record shops, you know, and as I said, that's about it really, so I don't want to keep droning on and, you know, like I'm stuck in a time warp. Okay, so thanks for watching me, Susie Q, and looking at my record collection. Ciao for now. Remember to rock on.